morning everyone, and welcome to today's video. And today is another recipe video, and today we are making a copycat recipe of one of my favorites from Taco Bell. We are making a bean and cheese burrito. I have all the ingredients to share with you right here, and it's only 3 to 4 depending on what you like. So let's get started and I'll share with you how to do it. The ingredients are super duper simple. You're going to start off with refried beans. I like this brand because it's already got a little bit of spice in it. It's spicy jalapeno, and this particular brand is half a cup for 2 points. Then if you want to add a little bit of extra kick, which I am doing, add some chopped green chilies. This is just the brand I had on hand. And then what else do you need in a bean and cheese burrito? You need cheese. So I get the taco blend from Walmart, and it's got cheddar, Monterey Jack, and it's got taco seasoning already in the cheese. So you already have some extra seasoning there. Then I love these Mission carb balanced tortillas. They are 2 points a piece, and you can roll them up and they taste just like a regular burrito. So now we're going to go to the kitchen and we're going to make some burritos. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to open up your refried beans, and you're going to open up your chilies if you're using them. Put them in a pot on the stove and warm them up so that they can combine really well. I have already done that. So you can see here I've got my bean, and they're all soft and gooey. This also helps when you distribute the refried beans, that they're easier and smoother to kind of spread out. Instead of straight out of the can, they are a little bit more chunky and not as smooth. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to weigh out my cheese. I am using 1/2 ounce in my personal burrito, and a great tip and trick that I have learned from my food scale is I have lots of coffee filters on hand left over from when I had a regular coffee pot. Now I have an iced coffee maker, and I have an espresso and a Keurig. So I have these on hand, plus they are easy to buy. They're like $1. So I use them on my food scale to keep it clean to weigh. So I have my food scale on ounces, and I'm just going to weigh out 1/2 ounce of cheese. So that's a little over. Pull a little bit more out. You can get to the point where you can eyeball it in your hand, but I'm not quite there yet. So here is 1/2 ounce of shredded cheese. So now I'm going to measure out my refried beans. I am doing 1/2 cup of refried beans. So I have my 1/2 cup measuring cup, and I have my beans. So I'm going to use my spatula here. Now you don't have to use a 1/2 cup if you want to use less. Obviously you can, or if you want to measure it out in a different way. Again, totally your preference. Whew. But when it's hot, don't touch the sides. Whew, that was warm. Okay, so here's my 1/2 cup. Set that there. Put this on the stove. So next I need a tortilla. So I'm going to get out one of my Mission carb balanced tortillas. You can get these at any grocery store. I buy the family packs at Sam's because there's like 2 8-packs in one. See? Regular tortilla. So I'm going to take my tortilla, and I'm going to scoop out my bean mixture on it. And I've used about 1/2 cup. And depending on how beany you want it. There we go. So there's my mixture, and I've only used about 1/4 cup, and I think that's all I'm going to use today. And then I'm going to use my cheese, put it in the center, spread it out, fold it up, tuck it over, make sure all the sides are tucked in nice and pretty, squish it down, and roll it over. Okay. So there's one done. Since I only used half of my 1/2 cup, I am going to get out another tortilla and put it down. Scoop my bean that I missed on there. Scoop my other half of my mixture and slice it down. I'm going to measure out another 1/2 ounce of cheese. This one has a little bit more, but since I already accounted for 1/2 cup of the measure, it doesn't really matter how much is on each one. Got the rest of my cheese. Woo! Dump it in the center. Spread it out. and make my burrito. I always think of, like, for some reason, Girl Scout camp song, knees together, elbows together. Alright, so here are my bean and cheese burritos. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go put them in a skillet and kind of toast them up a little bit just to help seal them up a little bit more, and besides it gives them a little bit of a crunch. Here are my burritos in the skillet. I'm just going to toast them up and then we will go do a taste test. So my burritos are done. So I will show them to you. They are still quite warm and on the outside, so I know the bean mix is warm on the inside, but do not, those look so good. So I looked it up, and on my plan, and I'll put it right here, a bean burrito is 8 points, while the cheesy bean and rice burrito is 11 points. Now, I did the math on my app, and one burrito, which is 1/2 ounce of the taco cheese, is for 2 points. 1/4 of a cup of the refried beans, which is 1 point, and 1 tortilla, which is 2 points, is 5 points for one burrito. So you may decide you want to use something different. Like, you may not want to use that type of cheese. Maybe you have a lower point cheese. Maybe you want to use a fat-free cheese, or maybe you want to use a different tortilla. I know that another brand of tortillas I like, La Banderita, are 1 point for one tortilla. So it would make it 4 points using the same type of cheese, the same amount of beans, and just a little bit of a different burrito. So your points may vary depending on what you like and what you use. Now you may go, well, Lena, 3 points, or there's a 3-point difference. 5 points for yours, 8 points on your plan for the one from Taco Bell. Well, as you start, and I'm with you, when I had more points, like in January, the difference really wouldn't have been that big of a deal to me. But as you lose weight and as you start losing points, every point matters. And quite frankly, for me, Taco Bell is a half an hour drive away. So not only do I have to drive half an hour for Taco Bell, sometimes it just isn't that good. And quite frankly, their bean and cheese burritos are like this thick. At least at our Taco Bell. Maybe they have a bad Taco Bell. This burrito, ooh, it is warm, is thick. It is like handheld size. This could be like a good thumping stick, Lena. And it was not that hard to make. So I'm gonna let my burritos cool for a little bit, and we'll be back in a little bit once they've cooled down enough to try to do a taste test. So it's a little while later, and I feel like they're going to be cool enough to taste test. Fingers crossed. If you hear me scream, you'll know it wasn't quite cool enough. So here is one of my yummy, yummy bean burritos. This is so good. Let me give you an inside look at this burrito. See the cheese, see all the beans, you can see some of the green chilies. These are so stinking good. A little bit of a cheese pull there. So I 100% love these and cannot wait to make these again because they were super quick, super easy. And this would, like, if you have kids and are getting ready to like head out to a ball game or like a sporting thing, these would be really quick to whip up and put in, like, wrap in foil to keep them warm and head out to a sporting event. So let me know in the comments below if you're going to try this recipe, and if you do, please let me know what you think. Next time I make it, I definitely will be adding red onions. And when I looked at the Taco Bell ordering it on the app online, it said that it was a burrito. The bean and cheese burrito was beans, cheese, red sauce, which is like enchilada sauce, and the onions. Next time I will definitely add onions in the mix. I'll probably saute them just a little bit, but just as is, oh, so good. So I'm gonna finish dinner and I'm gonna let you guys go. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in another video. Bye everyone.